Like you're
Yep.
comfortable with. Okay, nice.
I mean, I do go to India, like I think once a year.
Yeah.
It feels kind of off.
Why does it feel off? It's your roots, right? You don't like
It
India?
is, but like I have no friends and the climate and everything is different. And the people, there's like a lot of people. Like here, at least the diversity is like a little less than India. India has just like a lot of people. So it just feels, kind of uncomfortable when I like get out of the house and stuff.
Well, like I kind of relate to you because I am from India, but then I've lived my entire life in Saudi. So
Mhm.
like I do relate to, us going back to India and then not really being comfortable around the people over there as well. So yeah, I do relate to you that way. Just give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be starting in about like 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Shantanu, could you also tell me how much you've looked into SATs or like have started preparing for SATs?
I started preparing, I think, um, in August last year.
Okay, so you've like
And
a pretty
then,
good idea. Hmm.
yeah, basically, I just got, the information about like how the entire thing works. And then I took tests from Khan Academy.
Okay.
And then I got a book. I got the SAT Premium Prep by
Okay.
the Princeton Review. And then I just started, solve that. But then I stopped for a bit. I was planning on taking the SAT, I think, in March, but then I had to go to India, so I couldn't do it. And then I had tests for school, so I couldn't do it then. But like right now, I'm planning to take it in August. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So August is in like 1.5 months, basically.
yeah. I
Okay.
do have like summer holidays right now, so I'm kind of deciding to dedicate our holidays to just studying SAT.
Right. Okay. Well, good for you. I think this is like the perfect time since you're already in 12th standard. It's time that you get done with your SETs and stuff. So yeah. All right. So I think we can start with our masterclass, and meanwhile, everyone else will just keep joining in. Sangeeta, ma'am, are you here?
Yes, Ume, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. I think we can move to the introduction slide, please.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. So welcome to our Math SAT Masterclass today. And today we have Sangeeta ma'am here with us with more than 5 years of teaching experience in SAT. Sangeeta ma'am has taught 5,000 plus students around the globe. She has more than a decade of experience in education and has worked with most of the leading education companies in India and has an experience across all exams, whether it be SAT, GRE, GMAT, many more. At Leap Scholar, she's the trainer for SAT Math, and right from building the basics to your major concepts, she's going to ensure that you score a perfect score of 800 in your SAT Math. She ensures an enriched learning experience and hope you have an amazing time with us tonight. With that, I welcome you, ma'am, and I give it over to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ume. Hi, Shantanu. Good evening. Am I audible?
Hi, yeah, good evening.
Yeah. So Shantanu, before we start the session, I would like to know a few details. As you already shared with Ume, just wanted to know, have you taken SAT before?
No, I'm planning to take it on August 27th. I have given the practice test though, like online.
Okay. College board one or any other mock test?
No, I went to Khan Academy.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so which grade are you in right now?
12, year 12.
12th. So which SAT you are planning to take?
Meaning?
Which month SAT? When are you planning to
August,
take your
August.
SAT? August. Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's start the session, Shantanu, with the agenda. So let's see what we have planned today. So plan for the day is this. First, we are going to discuss about exam structure because it's very important to know. And then I am going to quickly take you through the upcoming SAT exam dates. And there is a quiz. Okay, so today's math session. Hope you have pen and paper with you.
Yep.
Okay, so there's going to be a quiz. It is basically to understand the topic which we are discussing. You can call it as a warm-up exercise. Okay, so the topic today we are going to discuss is statistics part of the SAT, and this quiz is going to be like a warm-up exercise. Okay, then Uma is going to give the course details and other important details. Then there is a surprise at the end, which is very important for the students who are appearing for SAT. Okay, so let's start without much delay. So first, let's know the exam structure. So in SAT, there are two subjects, right? English and math. So tell me, Shantanu, can I start my test with English or math? Means do I have choice like that?
No, I think you start with English.
Yes, we should start with English. That too, reading is going to be your first section. And you see the timing is 65 minutes. Means it's going to be a longest one. Okay. And you will have 52 multiple choice questions, which are based on reading comprehension. Since it is the longest one, they are going to give you a break after this, 10 minutes of break. Okay. Then you will start the second section, which is again English, writing and language, which is 35 minutes long and 44 multiple choice questions you will have. Okay. Now, after second section, you will move on to third section. Then there is no break between second and third. Okay. And that is when you start math, no calculator. As name says, you're not supposed to use calculator for this particular section, right? So 25 minutes long and you have 20 questions. Here, if you observe, there are two types of question, multiple choice and grid-in. Do you know what are grid-ins?
No, I'm not sure.
Grid-ins are the one where you don't find options. Have you seen those questions? Yeah, those are the grid-in questions we call. Usually first 15 questions are multiple choice. You will have 4 different options, A to D. And the last 5 questions are grid-in, where you see the box like this. Do you remember?
Yeah.
There are 4 entries and you have to calculate your answer and enter in it. Okay. That's how we know these are the 2 types of questions you get in the math section. Now, moving on to the next one, fourth section. So before you move on to the fourth section, you get 5 minutes break again. Okay. So then you will go to a calculator section, which is quite longer than the previous one, 55 minutes. And the name says you can use calculator. You can use, it doesn't mean that you have to use calculator for all the question. Okay. So if you ask me, what I would suggest is don't pick up your calculator for each and every question. Only when it is necessary, you take it. Otherwise, it is going to, you are going to waste a lot of time in putting the numbers and calculating. Okay. And there are 38 questions, 30 multiple choice, and last 8 questions are graded. Now, coming to the syllabus of SAT math, what we have in SAT math is whatever you have studied till now, like your arithmetic, algebra, charts question, and also geometry question and trigonometry. Have you studied trigonometry in your school, Shantanu?
Yeah.
Okay, so very basic questions will be coming in from trigonometry, like trigonometric ratios or converting radians to degrees or degree to radians, that kind of questions. Okay. So what you have to mainly concentrate or how you have to prepare for SAT maths is, most of the topics already. It is all about the approach and the techniques which you have to learn. That is what mainly we concentrate here at Leap Scholar. Okay, this is all about SAT exam structure and the syllabus of SAT. Do you have any questions to ask, Shantanu, in this slide?
No.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. So as you know, already 5 times in a year, it is going to happen, the SAT. Already March and May got over. The next is August 27. That is, that is when you are also planning to take, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so very good. Start your preparation as soon as possible. What I would suggest, Shantanu, the preparation will happen in 2 stages. Okay, first is learning all the techniques or approaches or getting familiar with the topics they ask. That is a learning part. And the next part comes is your preparation. Okay, so you have to spend more time on preparation or practice. Sorry, not preparation, it is practice. You have to spend more time on practice. So finish your learning as soon as possible and then spend more time on your practice. Okay. Yes. Now moving on to the next slide. Are you ready for the quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry if you are not getting and if you're not understanding any of the questions, that's fine. It is just to get familiar with the concept we are going to discuss today. Okay. It is okay if you get wrong, but you have to attempt the question. Okay. So there are 3 questions you can see on the slide. So I am going to give you some 30 seconds and then we will verify the answer. Okay. So solve it. Your time starts now.
I don't get this question.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay, leave it. Go to the next one. Second and third, try to attempt those questions. These are multiple choice questions. If you don't know, you can mark it by guessing. There is no penalty for the wrong answer in SAT. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you mark for the first one also? Guess it and mark it. Don't leave any question unanswered in SAT. Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Pick anyone, any options.
Okay.
Okay. So let's verify. What's the answer you have marked for the first one?
A.
That option A?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is wrong. That's okay. I'll explain that. Second one?
I put positive.
Positive. Okay, this is partially correct, but not entirely correct. That is, anyway, it's fine. I'll explain that too. Third one?
I put B.
B. It is correct. Okay. If you observe, all three questions are like, especially the first question and the third question are based on a concept called standard deviation. This is one of the concepts under statistics. First, before I explain these questions, I would like to give you an introduction about standard deviation. Have you studied standard deviation in the school?
I think I have, yeah.
Okay, you remember what is standard deviation is?
No, I think we learned it last year.
Okay, no problem.
I kind of forgot.
Yeah, it's fine, no problem. So it's very simple concept. Okay, so in simple way, how do we define standard deviation is, it is all about how well the numbers are spread out in the set. Okay, how well the numbers are spread out. It's all about spread of the numbers in the set. Okay, spread out in the given set. I'm sorry, in the set. Okay, so remember, standard deviation means spread of the numbers. Okay, now what exactly they ask in SAT from standard deviation? There is a complicated formula to calculate the standard deviation for the given set, but you don't have to remember, because in SAT they don't ask you to calculate the standard deviation. They will never ask you to calculate the standard deviation. What they ask is to compare the standard deviation of two different sets or multiple sets. Okay, so right, the standard deviation means it is the spread of the number. So I'm going to give you some example here. Look at this. There's a set 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let us assume the standard deviation of this set is some x. Okay. So in other words, standard deviation is nothing but deviation, the average deviation from the mean. Okay, average deviation from the mean. This is like technical words definition. Average deviation from mean of the set. Okay, but you don't have to remember like this for the SAT. You can just remember like spread of the numbers. Based on the spread, you are going to decide. Okay, now this set A has a standard deviation of x. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a set B where I'm going to add 2 to each number in the set A. Okay. Now, can you tell me what are the numbers in the set B?
3, 5,
3, 4,
4, 5, 6.
Correct. Now, what do you think will happen to standard deviation of B?
X plus 2.
No, it is not going to be x plus 2. It is all about spread of the numbers. Look at the difference between the numbers here and here. Is it the same or it is different?
No, it's different. Oh, no, it's the same. It's the same.
It is the same. It is the same. So the standard deviation will also be same.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So basically, if you add or subtract, standard deviation won't change. Okay. Now, look at this, multiplication and division, how that is going to affect the spread. Let's see that also.
Yeah.
Let's multiply 2 to the set A, numbers in set A. So tell me the numbers.
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Now look at the spread of the numbers. Here and here. Is it the same or it is different now?
It's different.
It's different. What is the difference you see?
The difference between the numbers is 2.
Yeah, here the numbers are closely packed, but here not that closely.
Yeah.
Right? So I can say that standard deviation of C will be greater than standard deviation of A, because the difference between or the spread of the number is more here. Okay.
Yeah.
So if spread of the number is more, standard deviation will be more. If spread of the number is less, means the numbers are closely packed. Okay, then you can say the deviation between the numbers will be less. It is basically the deviation you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so what conclusion I can make? If it is a multiplication or a division, standard deviation will change. Okay.
Yeah.
So greater, lesser, you can decide based on the spread of the data. Like here we decided standard deviation of C will be greater than A, like that. Okay.
Yep.
Understood? Any doubts you have now?
No.
This is all you need to know about standard deviation according to SAT. Okay. Now we'll go back to that question. Now you read this question, Shantanu.
So the answer will be D.
Yes. See, It's so easy if you know the basics, right?
Yeah.
Though that's how we start our class. We always teach the basics first. We'll make sure you know everything about it. Then we will take you through the questions. Okay. Now, third, let's discuss second one because it is partially correct. What is range? How do you find out range of the set? Let's say this is the set.
Can you explain?
This is the set. How do you find out range? Range is nothing but maximum minus minimum number in the set. That is, for example, here 4 minus 1. So range of this set is 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So it can be positive, but it can be 0 also, right? If I take a set like this, see, the maximum number is also 2, minimum number is also 2, 2 minus 2, 0. So it can be positive or it can be 0. Since 0 is neither positive nor negative, you can say range will be always a non-negative number. Non-negative means it can be positive or it can be 0. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Now, third question. I think third question, another way of asking standard deviation is by using these graphs. These graphs, we call it as dot plots. Okay, so look at this, how to read these dot plots. It is just that the set 1 is appearing how many times, Shantanu, here?
1.
In the set?
Once.
2 is appearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct? So it is like this. Okay, this is how you should read it. And similarly, this set. Now you are comparing A and B. So now you tell me which set has more spread. B. So obviously the standard deviation of B will be
more
greater than A.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it is B. So you got it right. Did you guess it or you knew it?
No, I got it.
Oh,
that one
great.
was a little obvious.
Okay. That's good. Okay, now basics is set, warm-up exercise is done. Now you are ready to answer SAT level questions. I have taken few questions from old SAT papers. Okay, so let's start with them. So here is your first question. Can you please read this?
The 22 students in a health class conducted an experiment in which they each recorded their pulse rates in beats per minute before and after completing a light exercise routine. The dot plots below display the results. Okay, let S1 and R1 be the standard deviation and range respectively of the data before the exercise, and let S2 and R2 be the standard deviation and range respectively after the exercise. Which of the following is true?
Okay, so can you find out and tell me? Yeah, try it. You remember the range formula, no? Range is maximum minus minimum.
Wait, is this a calculator section or non-calculator?
No, non-calculator section question.
Okay. Is the answer D?
D, very nice. It is correct. So how did you solve it? Can you quickly tell me?
First, I just looked at the range. I did 88 minus 56, got 32 there.
Yes.
And 112 minus 80, I got 32 there as well. And there were only two options where R1 was equal to R2. So I cut B and C. And then I checked for S, and then I realized that
it will not equal. Yeah, so D is very good. That's how you have to start with. So in statistics, usually the multiple concepts will be tested in the same question. Always start with the one which is easy to find out. Like you have chosen here the range first. Right? So that's how you have to do it. Okay, let's see one more question. Yes. So I'll give you some 30 seconds to answer this question. Go through it and let me know that.
Is it C?
C, no. Okay, first we'll find out which one. Mean is easy to figure out, or standard deviation is easy to figure out?
Mean.
Mean. Okay, see here, the set of numbers from in data set 1 are from 1 to 5, and here it is 5 to 9. Mean is nothing but average, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think the average of set 1 and set 2, if you just if you compare, which one will
The
be greater?
average is data set 2.
Data set 2 will be greater, means 1 is less than 2.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first option, if I see data set 1 is less than, correct, it is. Now compare the standard deviation. So look at the standard deviation both. What do you think about the standard deviation of both?
But then even in C, it says that the mean.
So we'll cancel out.
Yeah.
The
okay.
end. Okay. Yes. Now it is all about standard deviation. So what do you think? Standard deviation.
Oh yeah, it's the same.
It's the same because standard deviation is all talking about spread of the numbers.
Yeah.
Look at the spread of the numbers here and here. The position is different.
Same. Yeah.
Okay, the position is different, but it is about the spread we are talking about, correct? So Can I cancel out C?
Yep. Yeah, that's where I got confused.
Yeah. So remember, it is all about the spread, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not value. What value you have, what numbers you have in the set. No, it is about what is the spread of the numbers. See, for example, 101, 102, 103, 104, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think the standard deviation of these two? Will it be same or it will be different?
It'll be same.
Same, because you're not looking at the numbers value here.
Yeah.
You're looking at the spread here, the distribution of the numbers, okay? Yes. Next, one more question.
Okay.
Can you try this? 30 seconds, I'll give you again. Oh, okay, there's another student. I'm so sorry, I did not check. Hi, Ram. Hello. Hi, Ram. You can unmute your mic or you can type in the chat box. Hi, Ram. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. I am not a student. I am a parent of Lakshmi IIT.
Oh, is it? Okay, sir. Is Lakshmi also there?
Yeah, but she is she has already completed her SAT score last exam.
Okay.
And she got a score of 1510.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah, I think maybe she'll not be participating again for the next exam in August. That's what we were thinking.
Okay.
But she wants to get a target of 1580. That's target. And right now she's in the LN classes, actually, IIT, some classes she's attending. That's why she just said, find what exactly is this. Is it a meeting Q&A or what? So that's why I just logged in to see what exactly is. So now it's so I think I will exit this one and later on I'll get in touch with
you. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can get in touch with Ram, sir.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah,
we'll get in touch with you. It's okay, sir. No issues
right.
at all. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Hope Shantanu, you have finished it.
No, I can tell that. Oh no.
Yeah. What is the answer?
1 second.
What is median?
I
Median is
forgot.
the middlemost number in the set. And before finding the median, you should see whether the given numbers in the set are arranged in ascending order or descending order. Okay, then only you should pick the middle one. Here, what is the middle one? 3. Okay, that's the median. What if it is 1, 2, 3, 4 only?
5 by 2, right?
Yes. So you don't have single number in the middle. You have 2. So you just have to take the average this time.
Yeah.
Which is going to be
2.5.
Yes,
Okay.
that's how you figure out median in the case of odd number of terms and even number of terms. Okay, now let's do this here. So what is the median here? There are 15 values is what they are telling. In each.
Data set A, it's 5.
A, it is 5. Okay.
For B, it is also 5.
B is also 5. And
C is, 1 second. 11 by 2.
No.
Yeah, because there's no middle.
No, it is like this. Okay, 3 appears 2 times. 4 appears 4 times. Okay, 5 appears 4 times. Sorry, 6 appears 3 times. Then 7 once and 10. Now look at them. How many total numbers are there? 15. No. One more thing, if you want to find out easily, if you have 15 numbers, what you have to do to find out the middle number? 15 plus 1 you have to do and divide by 2.
Yeah, okay.
15 plus 1 is 16 by 2. What is 16 by 2? 8. 8th term is going to be in the middle. So count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, so the answer is D.
Yes. Okay. Let me quickly check. So here also you have 15 numbers, correct? In every set you have 15 numbers. So 8th term is going to be the middlemost. So 1, 3, and this is 4, 7. 8th term is going to be here. 2 plus 4, 6. Yeah, 7. 8th term is going to be 5. Yes, it is D. Okay. So if you have a lot of numbers in a set like this, okay, this is how you will find out the middle position. Like if you have odd number of terms, 15 is an odd number, right? If you have odd number of terms, you have to do 15 plus 1 by 2. That is going to give you the middlemost position, because if you observe here, the example where I have gave, odd number of terms, you will find the exact number in the middle, but even number of terms, you don't find single number in the middle, you find 2 numbers, correct?
Yeah.
And taking the average of those 2 numbers will give you median. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now let's see next question. Before we move on to the next question, I would like to call Ume here. She's going to give details about our course a little bit. Then again, we'll start. There are a few more questions. Okay. Yes, Ume, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my God, I'm so okay. My video is why it is. I just observed now. Why is it coming like this? Okay. Anyways, hope Shantanu, you don't mind.
No.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
I think Shantanu was there in the previous one as well, but just to brush up on what LEAP actually provides, first things first is customizable class timings. This is something that we're proud of, because you can customize whenever, our classes fit according to your schedule. We have one-on-one sessions. I think pretty much today's masterclass gives you a glimpse of what a one-on-one session looks like, with 75 plus hours of live classes and strategy sessions. So, 75 plus hours is something that other people in the market do not provide. And that's one thing that LEAP is very proud of providing. Moving on to the next slide.
Yes.
So we have personalized study plan. Of course, students in our generation do not really stick to study plans, but we'll make sure that you do, so that your syllabus is covered in time before the exam. We have unlimited doubt solving sessions. So practically today's masterclass is again an example of that. No matter what doubts you have, our faculty is here to solve it for you with 10,000 plus practice questions. So these are all going to be SET related questions. And, provided that they are 10,000, you get like a glimpse of exactly what the exam is going to look like particularly. And moving to the next slide. We also provide 20 plus practice tests with detailed feedback. So basically, before you enter that examination hall, everything that you need to make sure that, you're going to pass those flying colors, not pass, but basically score really high marks, you already have it in your code with 20 plus practice tests with lifetime access to all of these recordings. Again, our classes are live, but then we also submit the recordings on our student portal, so you can come back and brush up your concepts anytime. And the last slide, yeah, with revision session. So before we end up our courses, we also provide revision course, so that revision sessions basically brush up on every concept that you've studied in the entire syllabus. And the price of the same is listed on your screen. It's 7,999 AED. Shantanu, you're from Malaysia, so I think by the end of this session, I can convert it to ringgits. That's the currency there, and we'll let you know the price in the chat box at the end of the session. This is what we provide. And before I move on to the next slide, I think Murtaza has just joined. Hey Murtaza, how are you doing? We've basically finished half of our webinar, but then you're more than welcome to attend the next half, that you understand what it is that we are trying to do over here. But basically, to give you a brief, this is an SAT math masterclass. So we're basically solving SAT math questions to give you a glimpse of how the real practice test is. Yeah, I think there's one more slide to that now.
Yes. Okay, I think now it is clear.
No, I think your screen is stuck. I'm not able to see the next slide.
Okay. Yes. We'll continue.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But still, the screen is, I think it's not only from my side, the screen is still on the by choose leap scholarship program.
Okay, okay, 1 second. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The last thing is the Leaps Discord server. I think Chandana and Muthuja, both if you can join, I will be posting the link in the chat box. It's basically a community where you can interact. There are doubt solving sessions. You can directly interact with our faculties, get in touch with our team for any doubt, not just for SATs, but also for college admissions and procedures for the same. You can join our Discord community, whose link will be in the chat box. And yes, ma'am, you can continue. Thank you so much for listening, guys.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes, this is all about the details about the course, Shantanu and Murtaza, and we are going to give you more details just after this, these questions. So Shantanu, are you there? And Murtaza?
Yep.
Just as Umesh said, you have joined almost after half of the session. Just observe and let me know if you have any doubts. We are discussing standard deviation and other statistics concepts like mean, median, mode today. Okay, hope you have pen and paper. Try to solve it, and anyway I'll explaining. Okay, so if you have any doubts, I'll take up at the end of the session. Okay. Okay, so yes, here is the next question, Shantanu and Murtaza. So can you please try this? Before we move on to the question, first let us understand what are these mean, median, and range. Quickly, we'll go through it. Shantanu, can you tell me what is mean? How do you calculate mean? Mean is also called as average.
Basically find the average of the.
Yes. How do we find out? Sum divided
by the number of
terms.
Observations.
What is median?
Should I tell? Or?
Yeah, you can tell.
It's the middlemost term.
Yeah, middlemost term in the set when it is arranged in order, whether it is ascending or descending order. What is range, Shantanu?
The maximum value of a set minus the minimum.
Yes, range is always, you can calculate by subtracting minimum from the maximum value of the set. What is standard deviation?
It's the way, it's how it's spread out, the points.
Yes, spread of the numbers. Okay, or I can call it average deviation from the mean in a set. Average deviation from mean. Okay, Murtaza, so Murtaza, this is for you. I just revised it. If you have any doubts, you can unmute and ask, or you can post it in the chat box also. I'll be monitoring chat box as well. So now both of you, can you try this? I'll give you some 30 to 40 seconds. Go through the question and type in your right answer in the chat box. Direct message to me. Yes, any answers? Murtaza and Shantanu?
Second.
Okay. What about Murtaza? You're able to understand the question? You can unmute and speak. Yes, time up. Any answers, Shantanu?
I'm kind of confused with the question.
Okay, you can mark it by guessing. There's no penalty, you know. Which option would you like to go with?
The median or range. I think I'll go with range.
Range. You're correct. Actually, the right answer is range only. Okay. Yes. So see here, I'll explain. That's why I told you, don't leave any question unanswered, especially multiple choice in SAT. You might guess right. So here, there are how many values in the beginning? 25 values. Okay. And the maximum number was 84 that time. Next, what happened? A new data set consisting of 26. This time, the number of terms are 26. Our number of values in the set are 26, and the maximum number this time it is 96. Which of the following measures must be 12 greater than the new data set than for the original data set? Okay, so first of all, after reading the question, I can straight away eliminate D option, Shantanu. Can you tell me why? Because you know that.
Yeah, because
addition, subtraction.
Yeah, the values will be same.
Yeah,
I mean, the standard deviation will be same.
No, here deviation won't be same because it is like this. You had 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it has become 1, 2, 3, 4, some 10. Deviation still will change. Okay, but it won't change at the rate what you have added. Like 4 was there, now 10 is there. So 6, you know, the number which is 6 greater than previous number you added. So it doesn't mean that standard deviation will also increase 6. It won't happen that way. Okay.
Okay.
So next, this mean, what do you think? The mean, do you think mean will also increase the same number what you have increased in the next set for the bigger number?
Yeah.
No, it won't be, right? Here, see, mean will be 2.5, but here is the mean is 2.5. It is 10, it is. Sorry, it is not 10, it is 4 it is this time, the mean. So is it increased by 6 numbers? No. So mean is also not going to change. Definitely not the median, because you are not working with the median at all. You are dealing with the maximum number. Then it has to be range. Okay. So this is the property of range. In the other words, okay. So if you know this, you can directly mark this answer. So whenever you increase the number, okay. So how much you have increased? If you see 84 to 96, it is 12 increased. Right? If you increase 12, the range is also going to be increased by 12. Okay.
Yep.
You know why? Because the range is, it is, you know what is range? Maximum minus minimum. It is not just maximum minus minimum. What are you trying to say? 4 minus 1, 3 is the range. It means the maximum difference between any two numbers in this set is 3. If I increase this to 10, the maximum difference between 10 and 1 will be 9. So how much you have increased? 6. So the difference will also increases by 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Any doubt?
Okay.
Murtuza,
No.
any doubts you have? Or else we'll go to the next one. Murtuza, are you able to hear me? No, I didn't hear you. You unmute. You spoke something. I didn't hear you, but no, still I'm not able to hear you. What about Shantanu? Are you able to hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, no. Here, are you able to hear him? Like he spoke.
No. I don't think he.
Murtuza, we are not able to hear you. You can type in the chat box. I'll check your message there. You can type in the chat box. There is a chat. You can type in there. Okay, before that, let's go to the next question. Here is the next question. Again, I'll give you 30 seconds. Both of you, please solve it and let me know. Okay, thank you, Murtuza. Remember, start with the one which is easy to find out.
Is the answer D?
Okay, what about Murtuza? You can type in the chat box. What's your answer? Which will remains unchanged? Waiting for your answer, Murtuza. If you know, you can type it. Otherwise, you can say, I don't know. That's fine. Okay, no problem. Okay, so here, how many horses we have? We have 15 horses. Okay, so they said that mean, median, range, and standard deviation of the data were found. So all these 15 horses weight was reported. Okay, so all that weight numbers, standard deviation, mean, median, range are calculated. Okay, later what happened, the horse with the lowest reported weight was found to actually weigh 10 pounds less than its reported weight. Let's say the least weight was 20 pounds, least weight of the horse was before. Now they recalculated and they got to know it is not 20, it is 10. Okay, so this is a maximum number, this is a minimum number, but minimum number was wrong. Now it is 10 because it is 10 less than what it was previously. The question asking what value remains unchanged if the 4 values are reported using the corrected weight. Means these 4 again you have to calculate. Yes, Shantanu.
I feel like it's median now.
Yes,
B.
it will be median because the first thing I am going to check is range. That is easier because range is maximum minus minimum. So if I do previously, I would have subtracted 20, but now I'm going to subtract 10. So obviously range is going to change. So with this, I can straight away cancel A and D option because range is also talking about spread of the numbers. Standard deviation is also talking about spread of the numbers. If range changes, standard deviation is also going to change. If these two are changing, obviously mean is also going to change. This is again in terms talking about spread of the numbers. So all 3 can be cancelled. Only one thing which will not change is median. Okay, careful Shantanu, you knew it. You rushed through the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. See, this is a very easy concept, right? Don't you think so? It's a very easy one.
Yeah, it is. You just,
yeah.
The question
so
is what's confusing.
Yeah, for easy questions, you will have to be little slow when you are answering. Okay, so you can avoid these, careless errors. So Murtuza, you got it? Understood? Any doubts? Okay, now I would like to call again Ume. She is going to give the details about the course completely. So Ume, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Should I go to the next slide?
Yeah, works.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on, hi Murtaza and hi Josefa. So guys, unfortunately, you all joined like a little too late, like 40 minutes late into the class, so we weren't able to, give our entire attention to all of you. So hopefully you can join our next webinar. It's on Friday, and then we have webinars every single week on Monday and Wednesday. So you can join on time. Not sure where you all are from, but if you all are from UAE, the time is I think 6:30, and if you're from India, the time is 8 p.m. So you can join our webinars by then. Quickly coming to the, all right, thanks Murtaza for the acknowledgement. Quickly coming to the UG counseling side. So basically at LEAP, we do not just prepare students for SATs, but we also prepare them for counseling. And we undertake profile building. That's the first thing we do is, 50% of your academics is the only thing that, it's not the only thing that counts in your admission. The rest 50 belongs to the kind of extracurriculars you were into, or the sports, or the leadership skills you've been throughout, your academic schooling as well. So profile building at LEAP, we help you get internships, we help you get scholarships, we also help you get online academic courses that you need in terms of building your profile and whatever suits you best. Second option is find out which colleges are best suited for you. So basically we sit and make a list, all of our counselors prioritize which college will be best suited for your career and which one do you want to get into, so that we do have a list of priorities in our head. Third one is person statement, help with letter of recommendations and supplemental essays. So for all of you who don't know, college admissions also require SOP essays. They are basically essays about your personality or something that changed your life, something that tells the university about you as an individual. And we help you edit them. We also help you brainstorm ideas to write them, and which kind of essays is the university looking for, basically. We also give advice on scholarships, and we also do financial guidance and aid with financial help. So basically, of course, broad education is a little expensive in comparison. So we also help you get scholarships if needed, and we can also guide you through financial aid provided by the universities if that is something that you're looking into. We also provide visa assistance, and this includes providing all the documentation, helping you through all the documentation of your visas, as well as preparing you for the visa interviews, because student visa interviews can be a little trickier. So we also do mock interview sessions with you, so you're very well prepared before the interview. And that's everything that we provide in the UG counseling. We can move to the next slide. I think having said all of that, like I mentioned, we have like a team of mentors with us. One of them is Arian. She is from Harvard herself. She's graduated from Harvard and from Georgetown University. Harvard is an Ivy League college ranked third position in the world, and Georgetown is enlisted in the top 25 universities in the world. So I think Arian is the best person to help you through your admissions. And moving to the next slide, having said enough about what we provide at LEAP, let's talk about where our students have been admitted to through our help. Our faculties have helped students get admitted into Yale, into Wharton, into Cornell. All these three are top Ivy League colleges in the world. We also have students at New York University, at UCSC, that's University of Southern California, at UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, Emory, Duke, Carnegie Mellon, University of Illinois, UC San Diego. All of these, again, top 30 to 35 universities in the world. So I think this gives you a brief idea of the quality that we provide. Moving to the next slide, we have 3 programs in our mentorship. These are listed in AED, again, which is dirhams. We can convert it to ringgits for Shantanu if need be. So we have 3 programs. First is the IB advising program, specifically if you're looking into Ivy League colleges. Second is the global advising program, that is globally from every university. And third is the elite advising program. The prices for the same are listed on your screen. We will help you with any conversions you need in currency. And having said all of that, I would like to ask if any of you want to register with either our SED Plus courses or our counseling programs. You can type down your name in the chat box, and our team will be able to guide you further through it. Ma'am, you have a surprise waiting for them as well after this.
Yeah, there's a surprise at the end. So we'll move on to that. Before that, as she said, if you guys are, yes.
There is?
Yes, Sumit. Yeah,
I'm not
you,
able
even
to hear
I'm
me correctly.
feeling.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
It's clear now.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, you can give us your name and our team will get back to you soon for admission program or even for SAT Plus, where you are going to prepare for SAT through our courses. Okay. So meanwhile, we'll start the surprise. So you can, if you guys are interested, please give us your name. Okay. So the surprise here is, before that, would you like to talk about this, Ume?
Yes, yes. Also, as students, we do understand that you might be thinking, what if I do take up the courses and what if I still don't get the score or achieve the score I need? But don't worry about that, because we also have Leave Scholars Quality Assurance Program. Basically, after you finish your course, after you're done with your SEs and you still feel that you've not achieved enough, we will provide an extra 10 plus hours of academic training and a crash course of the entire session series, absolutely free. So you do not have to worry, we got you covered in every scenario that can pop up. You can book a free demo with us and have a discount of 1,000 again dirhams AED. The coupon code for the same is written on your screen. The website link is also provided on the screen, or you can directly contact our team through the number given on your screen. It's WhatsApp for +971. That's the country code 501-501-220. So if you want to book a demo session or you want to know how it works, you can definitely WhatsApp us or ask us right now, and our team will be able to guide you further. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So let's start with surprise. Okay, so what's the surprise? It's today's we have math session, so something related to math I have taken, that is SAT calculator policy. Okay, so there is one section, fourth section, where they allow you to use the calculator, correct? So what are the things you need to know before you go to that section whenever you take a mock test or in the actual test? So these are the important points which I have listed. First thing is, you have to carry your own calculator to the center, and you cannot share one. You can only use your calculator on the portion of the test labeled math test calculator. You're not supposed to use where it is labeled as no calculator. If you do so and invigilator comes to know, they will cancel your scores. So it is that serious, guys. So you have to use only in the calculator section. Okay, so that's what this next point is also says. You will be dismissed and your scores cancelled if you use your calculator to share information during the test or to remove test question or answer from the test room. So these kind of activities are should not be done. Okay, if you do so, again they are going to cancel your score. So basically carry your calculator and you cannot use others. And what other things you need to know about calculator is, don't bring a brand new calculator. Don't carry a brand new one. Bring the one which means you have been working on that. Okay, so just check the batteries, take a fresh set of batteries, okay, and 1 or 2 days before you start, keep using with those batteries. So don't take a brand new calculator, because you never know, it might cause a problem during the test. Okay, so it may help you to do scratch work in the test book. Get your thoughts down before using calculator. As I said earlier in the session, though it is a calculator section, no need to pick up your calculator for each and every question. That is going to slow down while you are calculating, because you have to pick up the calculator, put the numbers in that, then get it. So be number savvy, work with the numbers. Even when you are practicing at home, try avoiding try avoid using calculator, because as I said, it is going to slow you down. Okay, so next is, make sure your calculator is in good working order and that batteries are fresh. So the test center won't have any batteries or extra calculator. They won't provide anything like that. So please be careful, and because of this, you should not disturb your test. Okay, these things should be you should know before you write the test. And coming to the accepted calculator, what are the types of calculators are accepted? Most graphing calculators are accepted. If you want to know specifically which graphing calculator, you can go to College Board website. They have provided the list of graphing calculator. You can check it and then carry one. And all scientific calculators are allowed. And what type of calculators are not allowed is like laptops or other computers or tablets, mobile phones, smartwatch, or wearable technology. So wherever you find, you can access the internet, or it will make noise, or where, in which kind of devices the video recording is there. Basically, those kind of devices are not allowed during the test. Okay. So models that have computer style, that is QWERTY, keypad, pen input, or stylus input, are not allowed. Models that use electrical outlets, make noise, or have paper tape, not allowed. In addition, the use of hardware peripherals such as stylus with an approved calculator. It might be approved, but if you carry stylus or any other extra hardware with that, so it is not going to be allowed. Some models with the touchscreen capability are also not permitted. So it is very important, before you go to the test center, check out the College Board website. They have given clearly what are the type of calculators or which model you can carry. They have given the list, entire list. Okay, so we ignore this part, but it is very important. You have to carry your own calculator, and always try to carry the one which you are already using. Just check a set of batteries, whether the batteries are in good condition and all. So otherwise you are good to go. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share, where many of the students, just before the test, they come and ask, ma'am, which calculator should I carry, whether it is allowed or should they provide one. These all things you should know well before. Okay, that's the reason I thought of sharing this in the today's session. Hope it will be helpful to you. If you have any queries, you can type in the chat box regarding this or regarding the SAT, SAT preparation or anything, you can ask now. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us, ma'am. Guys, if you have any doubts in particular regarding your college admissions, or the procedure for admissions, or even your SETs, you can type in the question, or you can just like unmute yourself and ask us whatever suits you best. I'll give you all like around 30 to 40 seconds. I'll wait around. So if you have any questions, let us know, or we could end the session here. Meanwhile, thank you so much for joining in, guys. And yeah.
Yes.
And like I mentioned, the timings, Dubai timings, or GST timings are 6:30, and IST, that's Indian Standard Time, it's around 8 p.m. So I hope you all follow the time, so it kind of helps you understand concepts much better if you're there since the beginning. Any doubts?
Yes.
Shantanu, Murtaza, Jesslyn, any doubts?
No, I don't have any doubts.
Okay.
Or if you guys are interested in taking a demo class also, you can let us know. So we can arrange a demo for English and math both, so that you will get to know more about our course, SAT Plus course. Okay.
All right. Okay, guys, since there are no doubts, thank you so much for joining in. Hopefully see you in Friday's session. Friday is going to be an admission counseling session. So hope you all join for the webinar there. It will, surely give you a lot of clarity for your college admissions. And we have our master classes every week on Mondays and Wednesdays. So see you all there, and please keep taking care of yourselves. Thank you.
Yes.